So I moved out to Dubai 3 years ago and was really excited to get some international experience and have the opportunity to travel. So Imane and I met through a hiking group here in Dubai and immediately hit it off, realized that we had all the same interests, everything down to exercise, what we like to eat. She changed my life and showed me what happiness looks like. And so it was a very, very easy decision to realize that this was the woman that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. And of course, meeting in an international context meant that we had to deal with some logistical things that maybe other couples don't have to deal with. I happen to be from the US and Imane is Moroccan and French. And so we realized that, there was some big decisions that we had to make. And one of those big decisions was kind of where to live next. And so we decided that the US would be a great place to do that. And so we decided to go through with the K-1 fiance visa. The thought of doing it ourselves was quite daunting. So actually, my brother is a lawyer, and when I brought our situation to him, he did a little bit of research and found out about immigration for couples. And since he's a lawyer and he looked into their background and saw that they have a 100% success rate, he said, these folks are for real and you should work with them.
I guess it's also to avoid any risks of being rejected because of some small details that we might have overlooked. So I think it's just a relief for us to know that there are professionals who, they really know what they're doing. That's the only thing they're doing, just immigration for couples. So yeah, it's just kind of a peace of mind to know that they're taking care of all of it.
Immigration for Couples advised us to go through with the fiance visa because in our particular case, that would be easier for us.
It's actually a visa that will allow us to get married in the US because there are two forms of visa. There is either a spouse visa or fiance visa. So that's what we started. So basically, we're waiting for the process to be completed and for it to be approved so that they kind of give me a visa to allow me to travel to the US so that we can get married there. Because I can travel, obviously, but just as a tourist. But this will allow us to actually start our life together in the US.
So it's been a great feeling to be working with Immigration for Couples throughout the beginning of this process because they basically do everything. We just compile a bunch of documents and send it over to them, and then their paralegals and their team work with us to make sure that we're putting together the best application that we possibly can.
The fact that we had together so many documents was a whole process in itself. Most of my documents are in French, but I had to apply for them, wait for them to be ready, get them translated. Some documents were not really understood clearly, so I had to explain a little bit how things worked in France. But again, working with lawyers made it easier because they understood what I was trying to tell them. They made their own research and they came back to us and they confirmed that everything was in order. So that was the first big part of this process. And then we applied a few months ago, last July, and now we're kind of just waiting for the first part to be done. And then we'll move forward to the next process or the next step.
So it's been a really exciting process of nurturing our relationship throughout the actual K-1 visa process because we're in a waiting game. And so all we have to do is focus on us and our relationship. So that means spending time together. That means doing all the things that we love to do together. It means more time for exercising and cooking together and all the activities that we really, really like, which is a really beautiful thing.
It's like an excitement because I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, a little bit of impatience to get everything done, and it takes time. But as Zen said, while we're waiting, we're kind of focusing on ourselves and just living our life the way we would do it any other way anyway. And it's been great.
It's been a really exciting process. And again, working with Immigration for Couples has really just taken a lot of the pressure off of us so that we can focus on our relationship and they can focus on making sure that we have the best chance of getting the K-1 visa for Imane and I to go to the US and seal the deal, get married, and continue to live the rest of our lives together.